وقل رب زدني علما.
It's even mentioned about the scholars of our time. Shaykh Albani, Rahimahullah Ta'ala, they say about him that when he had his library refurbished, that a new door was being put onto his library. And that when that new door was being put on the room, his library room, a door, he said to the architect, to the builder, make sure it is a door that is a push door into the library. Don't make it a pull one that I have to pull out and then go in. Make sure you put the hinges in the way where it pushes into the library. The builder said to him, what's the big deal? Whatever door I get, if it's a pull one, it's a pull one. It's a big deal that it has to be pushed. Shaykh Albani said to him, if it is a pull door, if I have to open it like this to get in, then every time I go to my library, to my books, then I'm going to have to stop at the door, pull it open and walk in. That's going to take me an extra second to get in every time. Whereas if it's a push door, it'll save me that second. I just walk straight in. So make it a push door, I can just walk straight into the library. This is how they focused on their time, how they realized. In another occasion it's mentioned about Shaykh Al-Albani, he used to have an hour that he used to designate, for people ringing in and he would answer their questions. So whatever time that was, maybe 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for example. They mention on one occasion somebody rang him 1 minute before that hour began, before the call-in hour began. 4:59 p.m. for example. He ended up answering it, thinking maybe it's somebody else, not assuming it to be a caller asking questions. And the person said, I'm calling for the question and answer hour. The Shaykh said to him, no. Right now it's 4:59 or whatever time it was, 1 minute before the hour. He said, 1 minute left yet. This 1 minute is my private study time yet. In 1 minute you can call, then it opens up. You cannot take my time away from me extra. 1 minute before, he said to him, no, this is still my private study time yet. At 5 o'clock or whatever the hour was, it begins then, the calling hour. To that level, 1 minute. 1 minute. In 1 minute you could do a page, you could do 2 pages of reading, of studying a hadith, 2 hadith. This is how they are. So we have to really focus on knowledge. These classes, these gatherings that we have, they're not just gatherings that are just a routine. Routine every Friday, just come, sit, listen and go home. The purpose of these gatherings is that we're learning our religion to be able to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala properly, to be upon understanding of what our religion is, to better ourselves for our accountability on that day. So we need to be serious about these gatherings, not just keep them in mind as a routine thing, it just happens every Friday. Let's just go and sit and socialize and go home. In that way, 10 years will go by, 20 years will go by, white hairs everywhere, and you haven't really learned anything properly about your religion.